Today we're going to talk about what happens if you're not fit enough at basic training. But without further ado, let's get to it. What is up, guys? Ben Allen back again with another video, and like I just said, we're going to be talking about what happens if you are not fit enough, at basic training. And what do I mean by this? I mean, like, what happens if you can't do the number of push-ups they want you to do? What happens if you fail your PT test, right? All of that stuff we're going to cover in today's video, so stick around. First, if you guys are new to the channel, you don't know me, my name is Ben Allen. I did 4 years active duty in the Army as a 68 whiskey, and also a year and a half in the Army Reserve. So I have the active knowledge, the reserve knowledge. If you guys have any questions whatsoever following this video, hit me up either in the comment section down below with your questions, or the best possible place to reach me is through my Instagram at Ben_Allen175. It's the best possible place to get a hold of me, get your questions answered. Follow me, send a DM, and I'll try to get back to you within a week. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers here on the channel, guys. So if you're getting ready to ship out, all that fun stuff, this is the channel to be at. We post content pretty much every day. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are like our full-length video days, and a live stream on Wednesday, and every day between that is a YouTube short, just kind of showing you what the military life can be like. So I need you guys to smash that like button, and most importantly, subscribe. All right, it takes 2 seconds. I'd appreciate it. But moving on to the main topic of this video, right? What happens if you're not fit enough at basic training? Well, depending on your level of fitness, a few things could happen, right? Sometimes you get the people that are like out of shape, but they're not like severely out of shape. They just, if they were to like run, for a week, they'd be like back into the swing of things, right? So if that's you, you're gonna pretty much like balance out at basic training. Overall, you're gonna be fine. Like for example, I was kind of like one of those people, but on like kind of like the further end, because I did football like throughout high school. I was used to the off season, used to working out. So it wasn't hard for me to like get back into the swing of things, right? And you'll come to find that out too. If that's your type, like you have some level of fitness experience, like joining, you're gonna be doing push-ups, you're gonna be doing a lot of running, right? For PT, you're gonna get like real into the groove of things. It's gonna be like, okay, cool. Like it might suck at first, but after like a week of basic and all the PT you're gonna be doing, you'll be okay, right? And I get asked this question a lot through my Instagram, like, hey, like what happens if I'm not fit enough? Like, are they just gonna keep making me do push-ups until I puke or what? And they're gonna get you strong, guys. That's the bottom line. So if you're the type of person that maybe isn't the fittest around, you've kind of really didn't do anything physical like throughout high school or in your life, maybe you don't have a labor-intensive job, it's gonna be a little difficult, but not impossible, right? Like you're going to struggle a bit in the beginning because you're going to be running a lot, probably more than you've ever ran in your life up until that point, if you were not an avid runner or you didn't do cross country or track or anything like that, right? So it's gonna take you a little while longer. You're probably going to get yelled at a lot for not being fast enough or for not being able to keep up. But while they are going to be yelling at you, they're also going to be trying to build you up, right? And how are they going to build you up? Probably through smoking, right? They're gonna like probably teach you some like form a little bit here and there, but they're also going to smoke the dog shit out of you until you get fit, right? There was a lot of people in my basic training that showed up that were definitely not fit by like any means, and by the end of basic training they were like monsters, bro. They like adapted and they just started getting really good at physical exercise because of the PT, the amount of smokings we got throughout our cycle at basic training, right? Our drill sergeant wanted us to be part of the 500 club, which was like 500 push-ups every day, if not more, is what we had to do for them. So as you can imagine, our push-up game was pretty strong towards the end, but it was a good time. I remember coming out of basic with like a low-key six-pack, which I'd never had before. So it'll get you to where you need to be as long as you put in the effort, right? So if you've never worked out whatsoever before the Army, it's just going to be a little difficult, but you will adapt, right? And then there's the people that just do not work out at all. They really didn't put any effort into maintaining the weight standards after they went to MEPS. These are just like the lazy like sacks of shits that did not put any amount of effort into training before they shipped out, right? So this is like the third type of person, right? If you're this person that's playing video games all the time, just ate whatever you could before you shipped out because you knew you weren't gonna have that food there, it's going to be, you know, it's gonna be like extremely difficult. And one of the things about basic training is they're not trying to fail you, so they're gonna do everything they can to, you know, get you to where you need to be, but you have to put in that effort, right? So this kind of comes into the main topic of this video, right? Like what happens if you're not fit enough, right? So say, you know, you get injured, say you're fit but you can't do certain exercises, or you know, you can't, you know, adapt to what you need to do, right? So the biggest part is either you're gonna get more corrective training, so they're gonna smoke you and smoke you and smoke you for hours on end, you know, every day until you get fit and your body just gets used to it, muscle memory, right? Or, you know, on the farther end, you know, they start trying to kick you out because, you know, say you fail the ACFT, right? But right now they're not really counting it for record in terms of like basic training and initial entry, but once like 2022 rolls around, right, they're going to start counting it as a record. And so if you continue to fail, you know, you fail once, cool, you got to retest, you fail a retest, you know, chances are they might start the separation process. And that isn't the case for every basic training. You know, some commanders are a little more lenient, they understand, right, COVID's a thing, blah blah blah. But, you know, just keep that in mind, that if you fail the ACFT more than once, chances are you're getting the boot, and you don't want that. So go in there physically fit and prepared to attack and obtain your goals, because that's the only way to do it, honestly. If you go in there with the mentality of like, oh no, I'm gonna get strong in basic training, which is true, but if you're solely banking on that, you're probably going to be like let down, because you take the PT test, you know, pretty early on in basic training. I want to say it's like week 1 or 2. You take like a diagnostic, then you take the record, and it's pretty fast paced. Every day you're going to be doing like some sort of running or like strength and conditioning, so push-ups, sit-ups, you know, burpees, all that type of stuff. And these runs aren't like leisure walks in the park, right? These are like, you know, like full-on running sessions for like 2 to 3 to 5 plus miles, not to mention the ruck marches you guys are going to be doing, right? And these, you know, are 45-pound and up rucks that you're going to be doing for miles on end, and these are like graduation requirements. So if you don't pass these, then hey, it's gonna suck. I mean, shit, I struggled a little bit on my ruck march, but I pushed through. Like, I didn't care if I had blisters on my feet, I didn't care if I sprained my ankle, I was gonna finish, right? You guys need to have that mentality, but not to like a toxic extent to that. You need to, like, you know, if you're hurt and you're hurt, like, hey, go get seen, right? But, you know, just, you know, bear with what you can bear with, pretty much. Say you fail a ruck march, right? You might have to get recycled, right? Maybe not kicked out, but recycled to a previous basic training cycle that's there or something. And getting recycled is pretty shitty, because all the friends you've made up until that point, they're going to be moving on while you're being held back. And then while being recycled sucks, getting kicked out of the Army sucks even more, right? Because I'm pretty sure you guys joined for a reason, right? You had dreams of pursuing some sort of, you know, military career, and now that's crushed because you didn't put in the effort to get fit before basic training. And, you know, you kind of just banked on the fact like, oh, you know, I'll get strong there, nothing to rush, right? And then you find out, well, we're doing way more running than I'm used to. Like, your gas, you're like pulling out the inhaler and shit. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, really train. And if you guys want like training advice, I'm by no means the fittest person, right? I'm out of the military already. Like, I go to the gym and shit, but I'm not doing like as physical stuff as when I was active duty and shit. But, you know, I do remember the stuff I did to get fit. And, you know, if you are on the bigger side, intermittent fasting, caloric deficit, that worked for me. As well as I would go to the gym pretty much Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays were like added cardio days on top of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday workouts I was doing. And that worked for me, right? And types of work, I was doing sprints. Sprints really helped me out. So if you guys are the type of person that wants to get better at running, I found that sprints really do help your overall, you know, run time, just your running experience as a whole. But that's just me. You know, everybody's body's different. Everybody trains different. Maybe that could help you, right? But to summarize this video, guys, right, what happens if you're not fit enough at basic training? So a few things like we covered, right? You're gonna get the dog shit smoked out of you, meaning you're gonna be doing lots of extra workouts, right? Kind of the drill sergeant's gonna make you hold the push-up position, make you do hundreds if not thousands of push-ups, air squats, burpees, flutter kicks, everything that you could think of. They're going to be trying to get you stronger. And another thing, if you're not fit enough at basic, you're probably going to screw your battle buddies over, which is your friends, right? Your fellow soldiers, because if you're weak, they're weak, and the drill sergeant is probably going to smoke the entire platoon, not just you, because they very rarely single one person out. If somebody's fucked up, everybody's fucked up, and everybody's going to have to be paying extra push-ups, extra squats, whatever it may be, whatever the drill sergeant can think of in their mind, because you're not fit enough to do the exercise, right? And then on top of that, if you're not fit enough, you know, you could get recycled. Being recycled means you're getting like kicked out of your basic training cycle and you're getting sent to a basic training cycle that's, you know, behind yours. So that while you may be in white or blue phase, you fail something, you get recycled all the way back to red phase and you have to start all over, and it just extends your time there at basic training. You do not want, nobody should be at basic training longer than the 10 weeks it takes, right? I'm telling you, it's shitty, and it can definitely lower your morale and just put you in a bad headspace. And on the worst possible end of not being fit enough in basic training is you get kicked out. They just failure to adapt. You know, you can't do the required exercises to pass. You can't do the ruck marches. It's happened over and over again, right? It's going to take a while to get to that point where they need to kick you out, but if it does, they're gonna do it. So just keep that in mind. I really hope this video helped you out in some way, shape, or form, guys. Let me know down in the comments what other topics you want me to hit on. Again, we post videos pretty much every Tuesday. Wednesday's a live stream, Friday's a new video, and every day in between, we go on TikTok. We find some cool, funny, relatable military videos that I can post here on YouTube, just to give you guys a little more insight as to what to expect from, you know, the military, right? And also, guys, we are affiliated with Cold Pressed Bricks, right? If you guys know DWK Videos, he does own that soap company. We have a code, BenAllen10. It'll save you 10% on your entire purchase. So if you guys are some dirty motherfuckers, you know, buy some soap, man. What do you mean? I'll put the link down in the description for you guys if you want to check it out. But yeah, we're trying to hit 100K in the next 6 months, guys. I need your all's help. Be sure to like this video so it pushes to a larger audience, and subscribe. It really, really helps us out so much. You have no idea. And on top of all that, if you have any questions, follow me on Instagram at Ben_Allen175. It's the best possible place to reach me. But yeah, with that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.